Hello everyone, today I will explain a C++ program that demonstrates and incorporates two fundamental algorithm complexity in computer science, linear complexity or O of n, and logarithmic complexity or of log n. Understanding these two concepts is essential when we want to evaluate how efficient a logarithm is, especially when handling large amount of data. Okay, before we dive into the code, let's briefly understand what algorithm complexity means. Algorithm complexity, or big O notation, is a way to measure how many operations an algorithm needs to complete as the input size grows. The goal is simple. We want to know if the data gets bigger, how much slower does our algorithm get? There are many types of complexity, but today we are focused on two, O of n and O of log n. Now let's look at the second function. This function uses a while loop, but instead of increasing by one, it divides n by 2 on every iteration, and it keeps doing this until n becomes 100. So for n equals 1000, it only takes about 10 operations. For n equals 10,000, it only takes about 20 operations. This is logarithmic complexity, O of log n. Even though the input grow by a factor of 1, 2000, the number of operations only double. This is incredible efficient. The key idea here is every step cuts the problem in half, which if the same participle used in binary search. Now let's look at the main function and its input. In its output, the program tests two data tests size and 1000 and 10,000 for and 100. The linear function perform 1000 operation, while the logarithmic function performing only 9 operation. For n, the linear function perform 10,000 operation, while the logarithmic function perform only 19 operation. Look at that difference. 1,000,000 versus 19, that is power of logarithmic algorithm. As the data grows large and larger, the gap between O of n and O of log n becomes absolutely massive. Why does this matter in the real world? Imagine you're building a search engine that processes billions of records. If you use a linear logarithm, your system might take minutes or even hours to respond. But if you use a logarithmic algorithm like binary research, it can find the answer in just a few dozen steps. This is why choosing the right algorithm is one of the most critical decisions in software development. It directly impacts performance, cost, and user experience. To summary, this program clearly demonstrates that O of log n is far more efficient than O of n. When dealing with large datasets, O of n grows linearly with input, while O of log n grows incredibly slowly. As a program that software engineers, understanding algorithm complexity helps us write better, faster, and more scalable code. Okay, the second program. The rule is simple. To prove f n belongs to O of g n, we must find constant c n squares such that f n more than cgn for all n more than n square of proof 1. For any n more than 1, n is always less than or equal to n square of 2. So we set C1 and K. For the second program, the rule is simple. To prove Fn belongs to O of Gn, we must find constant Cn and square of 0 such that Fn C of Gn for all n more than n square of 0. For any n more than 1, n always less than more equal to n square of 2. So we set C1 and square of 0, 1 proven. Proof 2, expanding give n square of 2 minutes 1 minute, and the dominant term is and the negative part only makes it smaller, so is clearly bounded by n square of 2, proven with C n square of 0 and 1. Proof D, we consert term of 100 becomes 109 square of 2, and 5 becomes 5 and square of 2, adding time gives 105 and square of 2, proven with C 110 105 and 1 and square of 0 and 1. Proof 4, converting all terms into n from gives 2n square 2 plus n 6n square of 2 plus n square of 2, which equals 9n square of 2, proven with C 9 n square of 0 1. Proof 5, the dominant term is exponential. We check then n square of 2 more than 2 square of n starting at n 5, so in 2 n square of 2 the total becomes n 2 of square of n 2 square of n and 8 2 square of n, proven with C8 n of 5. To conclude, every big O proof follows the same strategy. Identify the dominant terms, convert all smaller terms into that form, and sum the coefficient to get your constant. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next.